Okie dokie, let's go and jump to rank games with a random character and see what we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing a big old Berserker. We do start off with a bag of stones and a utility pouch here. The thing is, we do got a big old spear, which we're going to be taking. We're going to take the wooden sword. We've got to take the gloves too. And we got to take this shiny shell also. Now we could end up going for claws attack. We could end up going for falcon blade. We'll see. I am going to rock on with this now. We're going to increase the speed on this stone just a little bit. Our weapon situation shouldn't be too bad with a fanny pack and double weapons. So we should be able to get a lot of damage from our weapon situation. The thing is, our opponent does have some power, and unfortunately we didn't even make it to battle rage. Unfortunately. Now, speaking of crazy, I do want to grab this leaf badge. The leaf badge is going to be nice. It's going to give us a stack in luck, a stack in crits. Hell yeah, that's going to be amazing. Now I'd actually prefer going for a falcon blade here. Big shocker, I know, but I'm not going to take this. I'm going to roll once here. We're going to take our whetstone. And yeah, we're going to be crafting up that hero sword. Now I do want to take a little bit more storage. I'm going to venture on with this for now. And we'll see how we get on. We don't shred armor, unfortunately, with our spear since we've no star slots used for it. We did take our little star of courage, but I did want our shiny shield so we get a tiny bit of a heal. Allow us to get to our battle rage so we can lifesteal a little bit more also. Now the thing is, our opponent is inflicting a lot of blind, but since we stack luck, blind is not going to be an issue anymore. So yeah, we definitely should have the advantage here, and hell yeah, not too bad. We got a hero sword. Now, unfortunately, we did get investment opportunity, which I honestly haven't taken in such a long time. This, we want to potentially go for staff type builds, hunger blades, anything that use buffs to gain max life. But since we're probably going to go for falcon blade type setup, I'm not sure if we do want to. Thornburst, we could go for a spike staff as well, and go for a bunch of daggers and a fighter subclass. I think we're still going to take stone here. Stone, since we do have one, stone is not great, but we're going to take a lot less damage once we do have some block. We got our second stone. Let's grab our storage here. And we do need a little bit of defenses here. So do we take a set of healing herbs? I like a garlic since it is going to be a little bit of block. Healing herbs does help us get to a stone golem if we're going to go stone golem route. I think I'm going to roll once here though. We could take the little short bow too. So I'm going to take another shiny shell. Another shiny shell. I'm going to take the extra stone. And you know what? I'm going to take the extra little short bow here. Which means I'm going to take the fanny pack as well as the bananas so we get a little bit more stamina. But we should be in a pretty good spot with our stamina wise. With a hero sword, a short bow, and a spear. Yeah, our stamina shouldn't be too much of an issue. Can we beat down this Shelly, this Pyromancer with Shelly before it actually activates? And hell yeah, definitely so. So not too bad. I do want to grab this fanny pack. I do want to grab the banana. I also want to grab the card here also. Now I'm actually going to save our 1 gold here because I do want to keep our monies here. Because I'm going to be rolling quite significantly for a pair of gloves in the next round. We can sell our stone to grab another lucky clover because once you get the 4 luck here, our card is going to start stacking up in power, which would be really nice. But we'll see. We are going to begin a burning sword. Luckily, they don't have the burning blade just yet. Guy lamp is going to give them a lot of damage. They do have shielded, which is going to block a lot of our damage from our melee weapons. But our little broom and our stones should potentially not trigger wooden buckler. And hell yeah, not too bad. And we did get a spike collar, which I'm not going to take here. We've also got a bird. 2 legendary items with 5% chance is kind of crazy. Leather armor on sale is not too bad. I actually like to go for some card gooberts with a falcon blade, even a cheese goobert. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to roll once more though. I actually really want to grab this too. We could still grab our stone here. And this bit of storage also. Problem is, in doing so, we're going to have a tougher time finding our gloves. Another thing is, how about we do something crazy and actually craft up a hold all? Craft up a hold all for a lot of storage so we don't take this leather bag. We just take our undead phenomenon with our stone and we move on. Honestly, I haven't crafted up a hold all in about 700 years since it first came out. But since we got the leather armor on sale for 4, we do need added storage. It's basically like buying a leather bag anyway. So can we actually keep up with his opponents, even though we are basically losing out on a bunch of stones here for a lot more damage protection? Unfortunately, not. We did end up losing to try craft up this hold all. This hold all better be amazing. More likely not. But let's take our stone. Let's take our undead phenomena. I'm in life. Let's roll. Okay, we're going for card goobert straight away. Like to grab the lucky clover, but I'm going to keep rolling. We do need to find our set of gloves here. Although that is a cheesy goobert. I don't think you're going to take it just yet. I do, however, want this bag of stones, to be honest. So we're going to sell 2 of our shiny shells to take it. I also want the extra stone, but yeah, I do want to get our gloves. As a falcon blade, card goobert is going to be straight up awesome. But we should be able to start off with 40 block thanks to our hold all. It's not terribly bad. It's a lot of storage for a leather armor. So it should be pretty decent here. Allowing us to stack up our luck here. And you know what? Yeah, it's looking a hell of a lot better than the last round. That's for sure. And amazing. Once we get our card gooberts, we're going to be a little bit less defensive. But it is what it is. I'd love to actually grab another goobert here. Should we do it? Definitely not. Crits. Hell yeah, we got to take it. Should we go for multiple spears? Maybe. And the problem is that is going to be vampiric armor. We're going to need some survivability since we did craft up a card goobert. Because you're only going to be cleansing debuffs. Which means I do have to take all these for now. And I am going to move on. So we should be able to stack up quite a bit of crits. With a leaf badge, we should be able to stack up quite a bit of power. We do need another activator this side. But our stones are going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage with all this empower that we're going to be stacking up. The only thing is, are we going to be able to beat down this shielded, holy armor, hammer, dagger action? Definitely so. It was actually super close though. And the thing is, I actually really want to go Shaman Mask here. Shaman Mask, with the leaf badge, it does use up our luck, but we can get some awesome runes. I'm still going to take it. It just gives us an elfin rune, which will stun our opponents, which honestly is kind of nice. Let's grab our storage. Let's grab our armor. I still really want to grab this bloody amulet. We can't really fit in our armor just yet anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have to venture on with this for now. So we should be able to start off with a small bit of luck with our elfin rune. We do have a 25% chance to stun our opponent, which is going to be nice. Just give us a little bit more time to deal more damage here. Stack up our crits, get more power, deal some bigger damage also. The only thing is, that is a super fast Shelly. I say super fast, it is 10 seconds. But with false life, they're going to get a crap ton of heals as well. But we got quite a bit in power. You got lots of luck. And hell yeah, lots of buffs too, and amazing. And speaking of amazing, let's grab this too. Let's grab a little bit more stun chance. Let's go ahead and grab another bag here. Now, do we want the acorn collar? Maybe not. Another freaking carrot I would gladly take. And we could have actually went for a double axe instead. Now, a double axe would have been awesome also. I'm still going to hold on hope to get in this Falcon Blade. If we get the Falcon Blade, we're going to be in such an awesome spot. I'm going to take a carrot. We're going to craft up our vampiric armor, so we're going to have an insane amount of block. To be honest. We should be able to stun our opponents, so maybe we want to grab as much daggers as possible as well. We got quite a bit in power. Our stone should be dealing massive damage. And we should be able to deal some massive damage with our little weapon situation here too. And amazing. Card Goobert is kind of awesome here. And we could go for even more stuns with Torn Burst. We could also take Shielded, especially with the Vampiric Armor. We could trigger quite often here. We could also take Mana Mastery to potentially go for some big mana buffs. Honestly, I'm thinking about taking Shielded here. Take Shielded to trigger our Vampiric Armor quite often. We can take another bag of stones. Go straight up nuts. But let's take our cart. Let's take our storage. I'm going to roll here. We could take an extra stone as well, which is kind of mad. But I'm going to take this leather bag for now. I'm going to continue to roll. Now, Practical Arts Greatsword. Yeah, we're probably going to be taking. We're probably going to switch up to a big old Busted Blade. That's for sure. Which means I'm going to sell one stone here. One stone, I'm going to sell our spear, I'm going to sell our hero sword, and I'm going to sell our little short bow here. Because I do want to go for that Busted Blade pretty much immediately. So we should be able to get quite a bit of crit chance on it. We definitely want an extra stone. I'm also thinking about grabbing ourselves a holy armor. Since it is on sale, but I'm not sure if I really do want it here. The boots on the other hand, yeah, I'll gladly take since they're on sale. Now we did place our elfin runes inside our armor, so for the first 4 seconds of fight, we basically don't get any debuffs here. So we should be pretty good into cold stacking, instant stacking, debuff type builds. After 4 seconds though, it's fair game. We'll see. Our Practical Arts Greatsword should be going super fast here. We should have a lot of luck. The problem with the Shaman Mask here is we do run through our luck pretty fast, which means our crit chance is going to be relatively low until we get our Hawk Runes. We've got quite a bit of power. This Practical Arts Greatsword is going to deal some damage, but our opponent just has so much lifesteal here that Practical Arts Greatsword actually can't keep up. So we do end up falling short. We got our big old Busted Blade. We got our big old Busted Blade. Let's grab our boots. Let's grab our carrot. We could grab a cheese. I don't think we actually want it. And we definitely want this storage. Now I'm going to roll again. And I do also want this storage. I also really want to craft up these leather boots. I'm thinking about Stellar Armor to Life, so we can grab this for now. And I would love our gloves to be targeting our Busted Blade also, but I think I'm going to actually leave it like this for now. Yeah, I'm going to venture on with this. So we're going to get our Dragon Skin boots, which does resist cold as well. But for each bit of Empower, this Busted Blade is going to be dealing some insane damage. That's 131 damage with a big old Busted Blade, hell yeah. And you know what, since we have a lot of luck, our card's going to be stacking up our power, so that's almost 300 damage Busted Blade. This is going to be massive, massive damage. I do want this shield here for a lot more defenses. So yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to roll once here. And you know what, potion belts, yeah, I'd gladly take it. The only thing is we are going to lose a little bit of value on our stone, but we'll have to do. Now as for our gloves, do we want to craft up Dragon Claws? So during Battle Rage, we actually trigger our Busted Blade a lot faster. I think so. I'm still going to venture on with this. I would like to craft up a Moon Shield here, so that way we block our ranged weapons as well. We should be able to get a lot more block from our Vampiric Armor also. So it should be pretty good here. Our opponent is Brock and Excalibur. Chili Cheese Excalibur are going to go nuts with heat and max life stacking. But can our big old Busted Blade actually beat him down here? Because with the Power of the Moon, they do get a huge max life increase. And unfortunately, our crit chance is relatively low. We definitely need to find more Acorn Colors. Because we're going to be kind of capped out at 2 to 3 luck. Most of all. We'd love to be over 4 luck. That way we keep stacking up in power with our cards. So our big old Busted Blade deals big, massive crits. And it's actually looking super close, but they have so much damage. And unfortunately, we do end up falling short. Unfortunately. We got an extra pair of gloves. I'm going to take. I'm going to roll again. We could go for double Busted Blade, but I don't think that's going to be super valuable here. We could also go for double card Goobert, which I don't necessarily want, to be quite honest. Winter Box Rich is not really. We could take an extra gloves, which I'm down for. But I do want all our gloves targeting our big old Busted Blade as well. But yeah, we're going to have to move on with this for now. So we should be able to get quite a bit of block with our Shield of Valor. With a Dragon Skin Boots during Battle Rage, we should be able to cleanse some debuffs as well. Our opponent is going to be stacking up debuffs, but luckily enough for us, for the first 4 seconds, yeah, we're going to be debuff immune, basically. But after that, it's fair game. We do cleanse it with our card Goobert after that, and holy moly, that's not too bad. Kind of nuts, actually. Let's grab the Stamina Sack, and we could try to go for that Stone Golem. Stone Golem would be nice if we did have a bunch of regen. Is our Shaman Mask going to give us enough regen to actually activate it here? Maybe. Would be a lot more defenses overall. Is 12 gold though. I'm not going to take it right now. Hell yeah, that's amazing. That is for sure. We just need to find Hawk Runes, that is for sure. Lucky Clover from the get-go, I do kind of want to take. I do also want to grab this bit of storage, but I think I'm still going to roll. Now, we'll take the Mana Orb to craft up a Moon Shield here, just so we can block some ranged weapons with that too. So if we come across staffs, you do have a 60% chance to block that damage, which could be nice. It's also going to be stacking up a lot of mana for us, which honestly we don't necessarily really want mana, but if we do get blueberries, it can help us stack up our luck also. But can we beat down this Stormbloom? Our big old Busted Blade is using up an insane amount of stamina here. And unfortunately, it's not looking like so. We're doing falling short here. Let's grab our Mana Orb. Let's grab our storage. We're down to 1 life, which is pretty darn scary. I do want to craft up that Moon Shields. I do want to roll again. And I think I'm going to take a Lucky Clover and I'm going to roll again. No Hawk Runes is pretty tough. Definitely pretty tough. We managed to get one. Hell yeah, we're going to have to sell something here. Pretty much. Lucky Clover. So now we have instant 12% crit chance with big 15% crit damage. Now we'll actually take another Mana Orb, but I'm going to have to move on. So we should be able to consistently get a crap ton of mana once we get our Moon Shield here. And we're trying to mana buff ourselves as well. But we'll see. With a Hawk Rune, we should potentially have 72% crit chance right now. And that's so much better. 1 Hawk Rune changed the whole game for us. Hell yeah. The more we get, the better this Busted Blade is going to be dealing. And we actually end up with a 65 DPS, which is actually pretty good. Our opponent only had 10 DPS, but they're definitely a scaling build. As for heals, not a whole lot of heals to be honest. And as for block, about 400 block, which is not bad. We definitely can increase that though. We'll see though. We got our Moon Shields. We're going to grab more crits. We're going to grab our Mana Orb. We're going to roll again. And I'm going to roll again. And I'm going to keep on. We could grab some glowing crowns for invulnerability. That's one way we could actually survive as well. But I'm not going to take it. I will take a Cell Base. Let's roll again. Another Elephant Rune for some more max life. I'm going to be taken. But right now, each bit of luck is going to be 15% crit chance. So we have 62% crit chance with only 3 luck. Now the thing is, again, our Shaman Mask is going to be eating up our luck. We should be able to get a big mana buff bomb, which gives a crap ton of buffs, but our opponents is going to be inflicting quite a bit of poison with their poison Goobert here. With their Alpha Runes, we actually don't have a lot of poison stacked up from the very beginning. That's a 369 crit with the big old Busted Blade. Hell yeah. I'm going to take this Alpha Rune. I'm going to keep rolling. Should we try to go for more mana buffs? I think I'm going to take it. Let's roll again. More stuns. Maybe not. Let's keep rolling though. I'm literally only looking for freaking Hawk Runes. Hawk Runes is going to potentially make our big old Busted Blade deal some one-shots. So I'm going to roll again. Unfortunately, we didn't find one, which is really not ideal. But it is what it is. We're going to have to move on pretty fast here. We could also grab more armor so we actually get more mana from the very beginning to actually activate our mana orbs, which might actually be the play. But we got an insane amount of mana here. Especially going to begin a Hammer Dagger build, so we do proc our big mana buff bomb, and we should have 100% crit chance on our big old Busted Blade, dealing massive damage. Hell yeah. Our opponent does have double stone armors, which is going to be eating up all our power, which is not so ideal here. We should be able to activate our big mana buff bomb again. Actually, no, we don't. And unfortunately, it's not looking great. Holy moly, was I wrong? 200 damage. Not too bad, out of nowhere. Now, I definitely want to grab another Elfin Rune. I also want to grab the Jin's Lamp on sale. I'm going to roll again. And we do get a Badger Rune, which I do want to grab. I want to roll again. And one more time. Can we get one freaking Hawk Rune? Definitely not, unfortunately. That's the bad side of the Shaman Mask. Now, with all these Elfin Runes, we could actually get a crap ton of max life. We could also try to stun our opponents, but I'm not sure if we want that. No. Now, I'm going to place our Jin's Lamp in our Busted Blade so we could potentially lamp our Busted Blade also. Which could be nuts. Even more damage on the Busted Blade, it could be kind of nuts. Especially if we're going to get some big mana buff bombs. As for the Badger Rune, I do kind of want it in our armor so we take a lot less damage during Battle Rage, giving us more time to get big smashing damage with our Busted Blade. Otherwise, we could use it here so we have less stamina used on our Busted Blade, especially with our gloves here. It's a bit risky, but it means more consistent damage from our Busted Blade. But I think I'm going to actually place it in our armor for now. And yeah, this is going to be our final build. A card Goobert Busted Blade type build with some big mana buff bombs. Is it going to be good enough to win out? We'll have to see. I'm going to slow this one down. We are going to begin a Serpent Staff with some Potion Explosions. But again, for the first 4 seconds of the fight, yeah, they don't stack up much poison here whatsoever. They do get invulnerability though, which is not so great. We should have 100% crit chance with 6 luck here. Hell yeah. And we should be able to stack up in power so our big old Busted Blade deals a 208 damage crit. That's 310. They do put him into Battle Rage. But yeah, it's not even going to be close here. So yeah, we actually end up with 100 DPS Busted Blade, which is not too bad. Especially since I had invulnerability for quite some time as well. As for heals, we actually ended up with 23 healing per second because utility pouch is lifesteal. As for block, we did end up with actually a little bit less block. Almost 400, which is not so great. Defense is a bit on the lower side, but with our Badger Rune and our Moon Shields, honestly a fantastic combo because during Battle Rage we take a lot less damage. And the Moon Shield will block a lot of damage, especially with Shielded. And we still even managed to lamp our Busted Blade for even more damage. It probably didn't need it. We probably would have been okay with just the crits on it because we did lose a lot of crits with the Jin's Lamp, but hell yeah. One way this build improves is if you get 5 Hawk Runes and place on your Busted Blade, it's going to do some insane damage. But anyways, we did survive 2 lives left. Let's go and see just how many rank points we managed to get. +9 actually. Rank us up quite a bit. But I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Now, can we deal with a Paradise Burb, Blood's Horn, Burning Banner? They're going to get a crap ton of Vampirism here. The thing is, they're going to be a little bit slow at stacking up their Vampirism and their spikes here. So, they do get invulnerability. So the Busted Blade doesn't actually smash down through. We have stacked up 16 in power, and that's 408 crit. Basically, one-shot our opponents. Almost. Now, can we deal with a Burning Blade type dragon type build? Burning Blade dragons is a pretty good combo for the Pyromancer. It can be bursting us down quite a bit here, but with our Moon Shield here, we do block an insane amount of damage. He does stack over mana insanely fast, and hell yeah, not too bad. Now, can we take on this Knife to Mewtwo Burning Blade Dagger, Hammer Dagger action type build? They're going to get a crap ton of heats. Those daggers are going to be doing a lot of damage, but hell yes, not even going to be close.